Hello, and welcome to today's episode of In the Moment. I'm your host, Michael Clark, certified life coach, former therapist, and owner of Clark Coaching Services. I was a therapist for 8 years of my career and have been a life coach for almost 2 years now. And I just want to give back and share my knowledge and experience with you to try to help navigate this thing we call life. Thank you in advance for listening, and I'm so glad you're here. Hello, and welcome to the In the Moment podcast. I'm Michael Clark, and I'm so glad you've tuned in today. This is a space where we talk about the real stuff and the messy middle of making big life changes. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that I know resonates with so many of you, navigating the difficulties of a career transition. Maybe you're sitting here listening with a business idea bubbling inside you, but the thought of actually starting it feels overwhelming. Or perhaps you're in a job that just isn't you anymore, and you're desperately dreaming of switching careers, but a voice in your head keeps whispering, "What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough?" Maybe you've recently been laid off, or you've taken that brave leap and quit your job, and now the reality of what's next is setting in, bringing with it a whole wave of nervousness and stress. If any of that sounds familiar, I want you to know, first and foremost, you are absolutely not alone. I have been where you are, and I know firsthand that this is not easy. As a life coach, and drawing on my background as a therapist and my own personal experience, I've walked alongside so many individuals through these exact scenarios. It's a journey filled with uncertainty, yes, but also incredible potential for growth and fulfillment. And that's what we're going to unpack today. Let's start with those of you dreaming of entrepreneurship. Oh, the allure of being your own boss, of building something from the ground up. It's incredibly exciting. But let's be honest, it's also terrifying. The reality of starting a new business is often a whirlwind. There's the financial pressure. How will I fund this? When will I actually make a profit? Then there's the sheer amount of work. Suddenly, you're not just the CEO, you're also the marketing department, the accountant, the customer service rep, and maybe even the janitor. It can feel like you're wearing a dozen hats at once. The buck stops with you. And that responsibility, while empowering, can also be a heavy burden. The fear of failure looms large for entrepreneurs too. What if I invest all this time, money, and energy, and it doesn't work out? That's a very real concern, and it's okay to acknowledge it. I left a hefty 6-figure corporate job to come back to my passion of helping others by doing life coaching. I fully admit that I was naive, thinking that success would happen right away. And when it didn't, fear kicked in, and I almost gave up, asking myself, am I cut out for this? How will I pay my mortgage and other financial responsibilities? And thoughts of, I'm getting older, so should I even start a new business at this age? I had to realize that entrepreneurship, starting a new business, takes time and patience. It is so not an overnight process. But recognizing my fear was the first step. The key isn't to eliminate fear, but to learn to dance with it. Again, let me emphasize the words time and patience. Now, what about those of you looking to switch careers? You've climbed a certain ladder, you've gained experience, but your heart is pulling you in a completely new direction. That pull can be so strong, yet the thought of starting over can be incredibly daunting. One of the biggest anxieties I hear is, I'm too old to change, or I've invested so much in this current path. Am I crazy to throw it all away? Let me tell you, it's never too late to align your work with your passion and purpose. And you're not throwing anything away, you're building on your journey. But the nervousness is real. The uncertainty of a new field, new colleagues, new expectations, the financial implications. Will I have to take a pay cut? How will that impact my life? Those are real questions to ask. And then there's a huge looming question: how do I even get a job in a new field when I don't have direct experience? This is a big one, a really big one. The classic catch-22. You need experience to get a job, but you need a job to get experience. It feels like an impossible riddle. I see so many people get stuck here, feeling deflated and thinking their career change dream is dead in the water. But I promise you, there are ways through this. First, let's redefine experience. We often think of it solely as paid full-time work in that exact role. But experience is so much broader than that. Volunteer work. This is a fantastic way to get your foot in the door. Offer your time to organizations in your desired field. It shows initiative, allows you to learn, and helps you build a network. Freelance or project-based work. Can you take on small projects, even for a lower rate initially, to build a portfolio? Websites like Upwork or Fiverr, or even reaching out to small businesses in your community can be starting points. Online courses and certifications. Showcasing your commitment to learning the new field is crucial. Completing relevant courses or certifications not only gives you knowledge, but also demonstrates to employers that you're serious and proactive. Networking, building connections. Talk to people already in the field. Ask them how they got started, what skills are really essential. They might even know of entry-level opportunities or be willing to mentor you. And finally, internships or apprenticeships. Don't dismiss these. Even if you feel you're past that stage of being an intern, some fields really value this hands-on learning, and it can be a direct pathway to a permanent role. More and more, there are returnships or mid-career internships popping up all over the place. Now, you have to work for free, possibly, for a bit, but the value add of gaining experience and knowledge from a guide or mentor is priceless. As a side job, I teach digital marketing and have bartered with learners who have gone through the program, hiring them as unpaid marketing interns, trading continued marketing work for my business with mentorship, referrals, references, and networking connections to help them be better prepared to get into the workspace. The key is to be proactive and creative. Think of yourself as building a bridge to your new career, one plank at a time. Each small step, each new skill learned, each connection made is part of that bridge. And this brings me to a crucial point. Your existing life experience, it's valuable. Experience is not just what's on your resume. It is what you have lived. So don't discount it. This is something I'm incredibly passionate about because it's so often overlooked. You might think, well, I was a teacher. How does that help me in marketing? Or I managed a retail store. What does that have to do with project management and tech? The answer is a lot. Think about the skills you've honed over the years, regardless of the specific job title. Communication. Have you had to explain complex ideas clearly, mediate disagreements, write reports, persuade someone? That's communication, and it's vital in almost every single job. Problem solving. Have you faced unexpected challenges at work or even in your personal life, like managing a household budget or planning an event? And have you found solutions to those issues? That's problem solving. Leadership and teamwork. Have you ever managed a team, including your family, mentored junior colleagues, or even just been a reliable member of a group working towards a common goal? That's leadership and teamwork. Time management and organization, juggling multiple tasks, meeting deadlines, planning projects. These are skills honed in countless roles and life situations. Customer service. If you've ever dealt with clients, customers, or even difficult relatives like Uncle Joe at the family holiday party, or putting on a smile during dinner with your in laws, you've developed customer service skills, including empathy, patience, and conflict resolution. And finally, adaptability and resilience. Navigating job changes, personal setbacks, or even just the day-to-day chaos of life builds adaptability and resilience. These are highly sought after qualities. Let's take an example. Say you were a stay-at-home parent for a decade. You might think you have a quote-unquote gap in your resume. But think about the skills you used: budget management, scheduling, negotiation with tiny humans, which is harder than with most executives, multitasking, crisis management, even planning and birthday parties do count. Frame those experiences in terms of transferable skills. Instead of stay at home parent, you can describe roles like household manager and list those incredible skills. The trick is to identify these skills in your past experiences, paid or unpaid, professional or personal, and then learn to articulate them in the language of your new target career. Look at job descriptions in your desired field. What skills are they asking for? I guarantee you possess more of them than you think. This reframing is something I help clients with constantly. Okay, so you're ready to find that new job. Maybe you've been laid off, and if so, I am so sorry. I know how hard that can be and can be a real blow to your confidence and sense of security. Or perhaps you've made the courageous decision to quit, and now you're facing the job market head on. The stress is undeniable. The pressure to find something quickly, the fear of rejection. It's a tough road. First, just breathe. If you've been laid off, allow yourself time to process it. It's a loss, and it's okay to grieve the old job and the sense of stability. Don't rush into a desperate job search immediately if you can afford a moment to breathe and strategize. Whether you were laid off or quit, here are some tips for the journey ahead. 1. Update your toolkit. Your resume and LinkedIn profile are your primary marketing tools. Tailor your resume for each job you apply for, highlighting the specific skills and experiences that match the job description. Use keywords from the job posting. Make sure your LinkedIn profile is complete, professional, and reflects your new career direction if you're switching. Number 2, network, network, network. I know, everyone says it, but it's true. Most jobs are found through networking, not just by blindly applying online. Reach out to former colleagues, friends, alumni from your school. Let people know you're looking and what you're looking for. Number 3, the hidden job market. Many positions are never publicly advertised. Networking is key to tapping into this. Also, research companies you're interested in and reach out directly, even if they aren't actively hiring for a role that fits you. A well-crafted inquiry expressing your interest and how you can bring value can sometimes create an opportunity. Number 4, prepare for interviews. Practice your answers, especially for common questions like, tell me about yourself. Why are you interested in this role? And behavior questions like, tell me about a time when blank. If you are career changing, be prepared to clearly articulate why you're making the switch and how your previous experience is relevant. Number 5, manage your energy and mindset. Job searching can be a marathon, not a sprint. There will be rejections. It's crucial to manage your energy. Take breaks, celebrate small wins. Stay positive. Surround yourself with supportive people. This is where working with someone like a life coach can be incredibly beneficial to help you stay motivated, strategize, and manage the emotional roller coaster. This is an emotional time, so be prepared. And finally, number 6, consider temporary or contract work. If your job search is taking longer than expected or you need to bridge an income gap, temporary or contract roles can be a great option. They can provide income and experience, sometimes experience even in your new field, and often can lead to permanent positions. Now, listening to all of this, the entrepreneurial struggles, the anxiety of career change, the stress of job searching, it can feel like a monumental task to tackle on your own. And the truth is, you don't have to. You are not alone. As a life coach and with my background as a therapist, and as a person who's been in your shoes or similar shoes, I specialize in helping people navigate these exact transitions. We can work together to clarify your vision. What do you really want from your business or your next career? Challenge limiting beliefs, those I'm not good enough or it's too late thoughts. We can dismantle them. Develop actionable strategies. From building your business plan to crafting your job search strategy, we create a roadmap. Boost your confidence by helping you recognize your strengths and transferable skills. And finally, provide accountability and support. I'm here to be your thinking partner, your cheerleader, and help you stay on track when things get tough. The journey of career transition, whether it's starting a business or finding a new path, is deeply personal. It's about more than just a job. It's about aligning your life with what truly matters to you. And sometimes having a guide, someone who understands the terrain and can offer perspective and tools, makes all the difference. So as we wrap up today, remember that feeling uncertain or stressed during these times is completely normal. It's a sign that you're pushing your boundaries, that you're striving for something more. The path might be challenging. No, let me rephrase that. The path will be challenging, but it's also filled with opportunity for incredible growth and fulfillment. Whether you're wrestling with a business idea, contemplating a career shift, or navigating the job market, remember the power of your own experience, the importance of a proactive strategy, and the value of support. You are capable, you are resilient, and you're definitely not alone on this journey. If anything we talked about today resonated with you and you're curious about how life coaching could support your transition, you know how to find me. ClarkCoachingServices.com. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you have found some valuable insights and a bit of encouragement today. Take care.